Hey everybody, let's see if we are back. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. My camera is not turning on. Come on, camera. Are you guys gonna come back and see me? What? Where? Now, there we go. Now my camera wants to work. Beautiful. Hi, Brian. Is it still crackly? Tell me if it's still crackly. I'm hoping that it's not. Because if it is, then I don't know what happened.
Perfect.
Is it perfect now?
Perfect. For me it is.
What about Brian, though?
Sounds really good for me.
Does it? I don't know what's...
Does this happen every time, like one that you scheduled like a while ago?
Oh.
Because I've noticed every time it's the ones that we schedule.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, that's ridiculous, but your camera's...
Huh? My camera's what?
I don't know if it's the camera or your thing, but...
It's the camera. Because I bumped it.
Oh.
Because I went to move the other camera and I went punk with my head. And yeah.
So Brian said, I still can't hear you too great, but crackly part is gone.
Well, that's good. Let's check the volume on here. Let's check the volume on here. Okay. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, I don't know what it is too, because it's like ever since everybody was like, oh, you need it, we can't hear you, we can't hear you. So Daddy got us this new, my husband got me a new, paid $200 for this microphone, and this microphone is like every time we use it now, it's just like there's some weird going on. It's craziness. Brian, did you like this new stencil?
He says better.
He says better? Good. I'm glad. Okay, so what I had to do, just so you know, Meadow, is up on the eCam stuff, I had to move the bar over. So, thank goodness. So, I need to figure out if there's a way to test the mic before we go live with eCam. What?
We can make like a private YouTube thing and I can hear it.
Yeah, we can do that. So I have lots of stencils that we're going to play with. Meadow already dry embossed one for me. I'm glad you like the stencil. I was really hoping that you were going to like it. Like really, really hoping. What? He says that he can't see the video. You can see the video? You can't. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go.
The video is now on. Maybe it was like an internet thing.
Okay, so I'm like, do I just need to go back to bed and start over? I'm just gonna start my day over. See, this is what it is you should not do your taxes on the same day that you're gonna have a live, because then the taxes give you heartache, and then your live your video editing software is gonna give you a heartache too.
It was a problem on my end.
Oh. Brian, you shouldn't have said anything. We should have just blamed the taxes, right? Just blame the taxes. So I have loads of stencils here that I want to play with, and I've noticed that it's gotten a little dark here. So I am going, I don't want to turn the lights on, but I'm going to turn the lights on. Well, not the TV. I'm going to turn the lights on. There you go, Meadow. Nice and bright for you. I love that I can turn my lights on with a remote control now. Although it's really funny because I can turn the remote on with the TV remote too. I can turn the lights on with the TV remote as well. And I think that's hysterical. So I'm going to put, let's see, I want to use the pool one. Trying to see where I'm going to go here. Pool one. And I wanted to use the cow one and the hearts. Okay, I'm just all over the place. We're going to be here for hours probably. Okay, so let's see. I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if you've ever done this before, Brian. If you've done this before, tell me. But I don't know if you have our pool stencil, but you probably have somebody else's. I know a lot of people have them. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so y'all can, nope, in, not out, in. There we go. So y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm going to grab me a brush. And Meadow has loads.
And it's mostly blue.
And you got, no, this is mostly green. Oh my gosh, she got me so much green. So we're going to have pond water. So we're going to.
You don't like pond water?
No, I don't. I got enough pond water from your fish. So let's see. I don't want that one. Maybe we'll have this one. I don't know. But I'm only going to do a little section. I'm not going to do the whole section. So, but this one is a lot of fun because, you know, like in a pool, you have those reflective, the reflective lines, like the shiny white lines in the pool water. We might have to remedy that, Brian. So I'm gonna just move this. Meadow, can you grab me one of those sticky sheets?
Do we even have any of those?
Yeah, they're up.
Oh, they're just on the other side.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. Okay, so this is peacock feathers. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm just grabbing whatever. So we're gonna use some peacock feathers. This is
sticky.
Salty Ocean. Oh, that, I don't really want to get anything on that one. There should be little ones. Look in the...
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, they're right there.
Where did I just get this from?
It was beside that rack. Here we go. And we'll go ahead and put some blue, some Salty Ocean in here. Here, let me grab that. Because I am just moving, my stuff is just moving everywhere. Sorry about the rip and tear noise. Okay, let's put that down. And then let's see if I can get this line back up. I think that's it. Okay. I may need some, I think I picked a piece of paper that's a little bit big. That's okay. So I may need some washi, little queen of washi. Meadow is the queen of washi tape. And then let's do some broken china. Ooh, thank you. Meadow's got the washi. I might use all this. You don't have very much left. Are you okay with that?
Oh, that's fine. That's the one I use all the time because it's not my favorite.
Oh. Well, tell us how you really feel about this washi tape, Meadow.
Like, there's this one washi tape with koalas on it that I really love, and I just save it. I try not to use it as much, unless it's, like, for something really important.
You're funny, girl. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in between, just a little. And then I'll put some tumbled glass on here for the rest of it. Okay, so now we're going to have pool water, right? So this is the pool water stencil. and it comes out like this, but you still have some pretty big spaces in the middle. So it was that way. I left the tape on so you could see where it was. Now I'm going to turn it this way. I'm not going to line anything up. I'm just going to lay it down. Okay, I'm going to move that over there though. And now I'm going to go back in with some tumbled glass. I think that's what that's what I'm using, tumbled glass. And this is really light, so you can always check it in between. So like if I pick it up, you can see a little bit, but not much because it's really light. Now I'm going to go back in with my broken china. And I'm just doing really super light. I'm not putting I'm barely hanging on to this. Just doing it really super light. Have you guys, Brian, do you have a pool stencil from a different company maybe? Ooh, Brian just reminded me. Just saying his name reminded me. Please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and ring the bell. See, all I have to do is think about you, Brian, and now I remember to do that. Thank you. So that was the broken glass, or broken china. And then we have some salty ocean. What is your favorite blue to do water or clouds with? Tell me in the comments down below what your favorite blue is.
He says I don't.
Well, we're definitely going to have to remedy that then. So there is a little bit of salty ocean. And then, come on, we know the ocean is not actually blue. So we're going to put a little green in there. With the peacock feathers. Okay. So now, if you take it off, you have that mixed white little bit. And I don't want it to be white, like super white. So I'm going to go in with my tumbled glass. And I'm just going to go over the top of that so that those look blue but lighter than the rest of it. So now it's really starting to look like actual pool water. What do you think, Brian? Does that look like pool water? Or anybody else who's here? Because I don't know who else is here. Say hi to me. That way we know you're here, having fun with us. There we go. So that is the pool water stencil, which is a lot of fun. Meadow, I'm going to let you clean that off. So now I'm just going to rotate this a little. Excuse me. Let me get some water. So this is actually this stencil here.
Brian says that looks good.
Thank you. So this stencil here is actually called heifer spots. Heifer spots is awesome too. If you don't have the pool stencil, and you have heifer spots, even if it's from a different company, you can, fill in the spots. Okay, let me get that washi tape, those little bits of washi tape out again. I thought it would stick. This one must not be all that sticky. Okay, and then we're going to use the broken china again. Whoa, that one almost went crazy right off the table. And then this is the salty ocean. And then we have the tumbled glass. And then I'm going to turn this one just like we did the last one. See, so there's our heifer spots. And I'm going to turn it again. Or it could be a Smurf heifer. You never know. We're going to go ahead and go over these spots again. That's tumbled glass. And then salty ocean. And that's the one thing I love about stencils, that even though they look like, you know, they're called one thing, you can always just kind of think outside the box and use them for something completely different. You know, maybe you bought the, you know, our barnyard stuff collection, and you have the heifer spots, but you don't have the pool water, but you need some pool water. So now, you know, oh, you know what else this could look like? This would be cute for like a little scientist card, because it looks like little molecules underneath, you know, underneath the microscope. That's what I'm thinking of. And then you could just use the blue, or you could turn it again and just keep going with the heifer spots. But I think that would be cute, like in blues for like Valentine's Day or something. I think that would be super cute. Little molecules. Or, ooh, Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun. That would be super fun. We'll have to remember that for Halloween. Make a little potion jar with some little, well, little toxic goopies in there. So that would be fun. Toxic goopies. So another thing you can do with, actually I'm going to have Meadow clean this off for me again really fast. Meadow, can you clean that one for me, please? So I'm going to put, huh? I do need the heifer spots back. So I'm going to put these away. And one other thing you can do, oops, I got a couple pieces there. One thing that you can also do with the heifer spots, and I actually designed the heifer spots this way because I know a lot of people like to make like cobblestone little walkways. So I'm going to grab some markers. Let's see, I want these ones, and maybe, nah, I'll just use these ones. I thought I had, oh, here they are. Here they are. I'm grabbing all my W markers here. So I'm going to put my brush away, and I'm going to use my W. I'm hoping the W0 will be enough. But I'm just going to hold this down and go in the stencil. And I'm just going to do a couple of these. I'm not going to do the whole thing, because you are smart. I know you can do this. You'll get the idea. And we're just going to color that in. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my W6. I'm just going to go in certain spots, and I am holding this down a little bit so that hopefully my marker doesn't bleed below, like underneath the stencil. But you can also use this for little cobblestones. Okay, now we'll use W5 and we'll pull this out a little bit. This is the nice thing about using stencils. You don't have to be like super nice and neat. Just like coloring die cuts. I'm not nice and neat when I color die cuts either. I don't know why I've got all these fuzzies all over the place.
Probably from the thingy, right?
Oh, yeah, probably. Hey, Brian, how's your dad doing? He just popped into my head. I think it was your dad. I'm pretty sure it was your dad that was in the hospital. How is he? So, here we go. And then we will do, let's see, that was 5. Let's do, did I grab 4? Yeah, I did. My W's are a little bit dry, Meadow.
That wasn't me. I don't even use those.
Fibber. Look at this girl fibbing.
He says he's doing it.
Huh?
Brian says he's doing it.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That makes me happy. Because I've been thinking about him and we've been praying for him. And for you. You've been sick lately too. I hope you're oh, nice. That's fantastic. And how have you been feeling? Because I know you've been sick too. That's one thing about winter. I'm glad winter is over because I feel like everybody that I know is sick during winter. Meadow was really sick. So now we're using W3. Just pulling all of this out, smoothing it out as we go. I mean, since they're stepping stones, they can look a little rougher, but there we go. I'm glad you're doing okay, Brian. But are you doing okay, or are you really okay? Here we go. And then we'll use some W2. Oh, this is actually yours, Meadow. It was in my stuff, so, you know. Which means you were probably using mine.
Nuh-uh.
You're silly. Just finishing out these little stones. And then, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and go back with my W6. And just put like a little, just like a little shadow, dark shadow line.
He says my sister living facility is on COVID lockdown currently.
Oh no.
We'll be able to get out Monday.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with all that again. We thought Meadow had COVID, but she had, what was it, the flu type A that you had? So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my Y21 and just fill it in. I'm not doing like anything. I'm kind of just, I'm not really flicking. I'm just like putting dots for some texture of grass. I mean, you could even make this into like a little like pond where there's like stepping stones going across the stream or something like that. And just use blues instead of green. And then YG23.
So Will Moon says, by any chance, is there a separate video on the shading?
On what shading, honey? Of the rocks? Or just on shading in general? So I'm just gonna put this. And you can go like, I'm only going to be using 3 colors for the grass today. Because we're supposed to be playing with stencils. But you can go, like, there's so many. You could go like really dark with the grass if you wanted to. So I'm just putting some YG25 in here for some different glades. And I'm kind of just doing the dots because I wanted it to look like we were looking down from like a helicopter or something like that. Or like a bird's eye view, I guess you could say. And on the darker side, I'm going to go ahead and put a line on the outside of my rock. My little stepping stone here. That way maybe it'll come out. Little contrast to bring it out a little bit more. There we go. And the fun thing is this is all done with, where's my white? Did you steal my white, girl? Meadow. It's all done with a stencil that was supposed to be for the spots on a cow. Is this it? Here it is. So you know what? This would be kind of fun to put like just a card that you're going to put like a sentiment across. Like a friendship card or, you know, just something, hey, I'm thinking about you. This would be a lot of fun. You can put some little sparkles on here. Maybe the rocks are a little shiny or something. But there's all kinds of things you can do. So that is the heifer spots. So you can do lots of different things with the heifer spots, even though it's meant to be spots of a cow. There's lots of things you can do with that. Another thing that I like to do as well, which a lot of people don't like doing this, and that's okay. But I like to play with stuff, and I like to switch my nibs out. Well, I don't like to, but I do. It doesn't bother me to switch them out. But if you want to get a little bit of extra dimension on, say, like this ink splot, then let's see. Let me grab, since I've got my green markers out. Let me see here. Let me see. Those two definitely will not do. Meadow, can I get a green brush?
Oh, did I not get the green?
No, you got me yellow, blue, and orange, but no green.
Nope.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start out with Twisted Citron. Hopefully this will stop moving about. Here we go. And I'm just doing this kind of light. And then we'll go ahead and move in with a little bit of mowed lawn. Okay, so after doing that, one thing that you can do to get it to have a little bit more dimension is, so I have green. So I'm actually going to take, let's see, I'm going to try my YG25 or 23 first. And you can just go along the outside of your stencil what you did. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, you can't do that because you already put the distress ink down and that's going to ruin your marker. It does not ruin your marker. Let me be clear about that. It does not ruin your marker. The only thing that it does is, if you're really getting a lot of the distress ink in the tip of your marker, is it will clog your nib potentially. It may not. But the only thing is you just change your nib out. You still have your marker, and that's no big deal to just change out your nib. Now, if you don't like changing your nib or you don't have an extra nib, then, but a lot of the time I don't even have to do that because it's not enough. I'm not doing it really heavy with the distress ink. So I usually don't even have to change my nib out. But it won't actually kill your marker. So, and then I'm going to take my YG21. And you can go along this way. And it just gives it a little bit, it's not so flat. Gives it a little bit of extra dimension. And you can even like bring it out really far if you wanted to and really give it like a really big shadow. And then that'll just make, all it does is it makes it look like it's coming up off of your paper. And it's just a lot of fun. I love doing this. So that's another thing that you can do with your stencils and mixing your Copics and your Distress Oxides. Lots of fun. So let's see. That is just the coloring part of it. Another thing I like to do is, let's, Meadow, you want to go ahead and bring the crossover over here? I feel like I'm playing Red Rover. So the other thing I like to do, I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out because we are going to bring my crossover over here. Now, it might be a little loud, just so you know. But I'm going to show you the sandwich and everything that I do and the different things that I do for dry embossing with stencils, if I can get the stencils up. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. This might get a little jiggly, so if you get motion sickness, please look away. Whoops, nope. The whole thing just moved.
Mariah says she's back.
Hey, Mariah. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to close this just for a second, because otherwise you're just going to see my chest, and that feels uncomfortable. So I'm going to go ahead and with the crossover, it's really super nice because, let me go ahead and tilt this. With the crossover, it's kind of like the new Big Shot machines where these right here, if you watch the bars will actually move. Yeah, that's okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but the bars will actually move up and down for how thick I want the sandwich. This bar right here will move. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's really super, super nice. And I believe, like I said, I think the newest Big Shot does that, but that's why I don't have to use shims with this machine, which is nice. So this machine also has just one clear cutting plate, and it has a metal cutting plate, and this is just my old raggedy piece of rubber. I got the rubber from, where did I get that? Spellbinders. And was it Spellbind? Yeah, it was Spellbinders, not Sizzix. So I'm going to take one of my stencils. I'm going to do the heart stencil this time. And I'm just going to put the paper, so it's this would be your clear cutting plate, a piece of rubber, paper, and I'm going to move that up just a little, and your stencil, and then your other cutting plate.
And I know we know S-Class, but I don't remember the name.
I feel like I always mess up your name. Is it Shalonda? Am I saying that right? I feel like I always mess it up. I'm really sorry.
She says hello, crafty friends.
Hello, hello. So, and then I just run this through. And I'm only running it through once, just halfway, just because I'm going to do something else with it. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It's probably a little blurry. But there's that, so you can run that through. And then this side, I'm actually going to, spritz that just a little, make a mess. I mean, if you're not crafting and making a mess, I mean, what fun is it, honestly? Okay, so I'm going to run that through. Here we go. Sorry about that big old click. But now you can see it kind of comes through a little bit better. You get more of a crisp, a little bit more of a crisp, what word am I thinking of, Meadow? Come on.
I don't know.
You're supposed to be my partner in crime here. So I'm going to grab a piece of color, a little blue paper. Maybe you guys can see that a little better. Let's see, what's a paper that you think they would be able to see really well with, Meadow?
Pink.
Oh, you and your pink? Everything's pink. Shalana. Okay.
Well, I haven't even got that yet.
Thank you for teaching me how to say your name. Because I have always felt like I was saying it wrong.
I still don't got it.
Okay.
How am I supposed to be reading comments if things don't want to work?
So there it is in blue. And I'll zoom in a minute and show you guys really how nice that is. But that's another thing that you can do with, I know a lot of people like the what's the word I'm looking for, Meadow? Embossing folders. That's what I'm thinking of, the embossing folders. But I love using stencils because I feel like there's a lot more stencils to give you a little bit more variety if you can't find that embossing folders that you want. Here, Meadow, I'm going to let you take this back because it's killing my wrist. There we go. Let Meadow take that back.
This?
Yeah, can you do those two over there for me, please?
Yeah.
Because I want to play with those.
White?
Huh? Yeah, just white.
I'm just going to yoink this.
My favorite thing, I'll tell you guys right now, my favorite thing to do is to actually, this is going to get a little wobbly again. Why does it keep turning? My goodness. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And then let's turn this back on so you can see all my silly expressions. So let's zoom in so you guys can see the hearts again. Let me see. Have to be careful. It's hanging from the ceiling, so I get a little worried about it sometimes. So there it is on the blue. I guess these are just a little too light to see, but you can see that there's a little bit of an impression on these. So, you know what? I've never tried this before. But because my favorite thing is to do dry embossing with them. And then I like to color whatever it is. Ooh, that looks kind of pretty.
Oh, I like that.
Is that blurry to you, Meadow? Can you see that? Is it blurry?
I don't know. I haven't caught up yet.
Hasn't caught up yet.
Oh, no.
Huh? Is it blurry?
It's a little blurry for me.
Is it? Okay, let me try and fix this.
Oh, there you go. You moved up.
Here.
Let's see.
Because sometimes when it can't see something, it doesn't want to actually focus.
Mine says I have to buy a silicone mat. The one I have is too thick.
It's too thick? That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, I'm trying to get it. Is that better?
Yeah.
Since did I put the cap in the way?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to see because I see stuff and you guys don't see stuff, and I'm like, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's going on? So let me try. Oh, that really makes the hearts come out. At least it does in, like, for me. I don't know about you guys. Are you seeing the hearts a little bit more yet, Meadow?
Not really.
No? Even when have I used the green yet?
Wait, I didn't even realize you used green.
Yeah,
it's
I
really
used.
Behind.
It's really behind? Okay. Here, let's see. It's almost like it makes me think of magic ink. It's just really kind of fun.
Okay, maybe you did and I just didn't see it.
Oh, because you're on the white now?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, because I used the salvage patina and then I used peacock feathers. So I think it was just the paper. Like, I can see it just fine, but I think you guys can't or something. I'm not sure. Let me see if this will help at all. I don't know. Does that help? Oh, I guess it helped a little bit. A little. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so there is that. Now, remember how we used the, let me see this. So this was the heifer spots for everybody that just came in. This was the heifer spot stencil, and we used it to make rocks and grass. Meadow, can you push that this way?
Yeah. This or this?
The papers.
There you go.
Just these ones. And then this was the pool water stencil, and this was the heifer spot stencil to make pool water, in case you didn't have this one and you have this one. Just thinking outside the box a little bit. So the other side obviously is hearts, because you guys saw me do that. But say you need leaves. Mm-hmm.
She says, oh, rocks look too real. They pop off the page.
Thank you. So with the heart stencil, you could make little avocados, or you can make little leaves.
Mariah says the rocks are so cool.
And it looks like I need to change my YG23 because it seems a little darker than my YG25. Or you could do like St. Patrick's Day. There's a lot of things you could do. And my leaves aren't turning out so great, but that's okay. That's the magic thing about Copic markers, is you can just color and you don't have to worry about it. It's probably because I'm pulling, not pushing. Or I'm pushing, not pulling. Because I'm definitely better at pulling. But to me, when I do it this way, it looks like kind of like jungle leaves sometimes. Like the big, huge leaves.
Mariah says, I think your package will arrive to me on Monday.
Nice. Meadow, do you think you can get that card up there? Because I think I used a different, I think I used darker green. Let me grab.
Well, it's on brown paper too.
Yeah, that is true. So it is going to look slightly better.
There we go. Here you go.
So here is a card I did many, many, many moons ago.
From the olden times.
And this is just a bunch of hearts that I think that was, it was supposed to be a background stamp. But what I did is I put it with, it was a background stamp, and I did like a really light, like almost like a no line type color with the desert sand. That's the word I'm thinking of. And I stamped that on there, and then I colored it as leaves. So that's another thing that you can do with the hearts, is just color them like leaves. Let's see. So if I colored another one, like here's a little small little heart. And since it's on white, you don't even have to, like, I don't even have to color the whole heart. I could just leave half of it. Like if I'm not going to show the whole thing. There we go. But this is my absolute favorite thing to do with stencils, is emboss them and then color them. What is your guys' favorite things to do with a stencil? What do you guys like to do? I know a lot of people use them for mixed media, which I do have some mixed media stuff here for us to play with still. So I promise I will stop coloring, because I will color this whole thing with no problem. Like no problem whatsoever. And then like Meadow did some flowers, and this one I thought was fun. I wanted to do this one with y'all. This is the new, I don't know what Meadow did with the stencil, but this is our new puzzle stencil. But
I think I left it over there.
But I thought it would be fun if it was just dry embossed. And then, here I go with the coloring again. I'm a nut. But then you just colored like one or two pieces that connected and made it like, hey, this is you and me. And I thought that would be really fun. My hands are so shaky. Do like a green. I just thought that would be really cute. You know, that we fit together perfect. And this goes with our new little positive potato, Mr. Positive Tate, that Brian helped us with for autism awareness. And if you guys get that stamp set, then 100% of the profits go to the Autism Research Institute, which I think would be awesome to be able to donate a whole bunch of money to them. Let's see, let's do green and, ooh, Meadow, you're gonna make me say it. Pink. Let's see, what pink do I want to use, Meadow? Where's 22 at? Here we go. No, we'll use 21. I think this will look pretty. But what isn't this a cute little card? This would be such a cute little card.
You got laughy faces from Mariah.
Because she knows. She knows. It's pink. Pink, pink. So the green can be me and pink can be Meadow. Oops, I got... Darn it. Oh well. That can be fixed. See, isn't that cute? That's cute. I love it. Here you go, Meadow. There's your card. But even like the flowers, you can color the flowers too. And it's just like super quick. Because Mariah knows I want to get the pink out of my hand. The forbidden color. The color that shall not be named. Gosh, I can't believe how shaky my hand is today. But you can just color like one. Another thing I like to do is do the spot coloring. Like you raise it, so you emboss it, and then you can raise it up and color it just like the middle with something. So there's that one. And then, okay, here comes the messy bits. I need some scratch paper. Because this is the messy bits. So we've already done, let's see. I know you guys know how to do this. But a friend of mine came over yesterday and she was like, I don't know how to get the really like the blended looks. Let's try these two. So I am gonna see. She said that she uses Bristol, but this is just accent. I'm using accent 80 if anybody wants to know. It's just 80-pound accent opaque paper. Oop. And of course it just goes bloop all over the place. Let's see if I can get it back in line. Back in line. Here we go. Put some washi on here. But she wanted to know how to blend the two colors and make it look really just nice and smoothly blended. And I told her, because she asked me how I did it, and I was like, honestly, I don't pay attention. That is half of, I'm going to let you guys know, half of my crafting. You guys will ask me questions, and I have to do it again because I do not pay attention to what I'm doing. Just so you know. I am just like a little kid going, woohoo, let's have fun. I'm like a 12-year-old trapped in a 50, how old am I? 50-something body? Like, how old am I again? I don't even know. So there's the rainbows. That actually came out really nice. And I just, all I did was I just didn't press, I didn't press very hard. That's all I did. Is I did not press very hard to get that at all. So there's that one. And you can go on forever with the colors. And this time I did pay attention. But I just did it really, really light. I didn't do it super hard or anything like that. That one's actually closed. So what lid is this? Now I'm like, okay, where did I put this color? What lid? I'm going to have like 5 different colors, and they're all going to have different lids that don't even go with them. I just know it. Here we go. Okay, so one other thing. So let's put that down. And this is looking a little suspect. And this has green on it, Meadow. What are you giving me? What are you giving me here, girl?
I don't know. I think that was the only one there.
Was it the only one in there?
I mean, there's this one.
Yeah, give me that one. That one's fine.
It has chunkies on it, though.
Well, I mean, you can always just use a business card, too. I mean, it doesn't have to be
You could use
an
a
actual...
random piece of paper.
You can just use you can use a piece of cardstock. You can random piece of paper. It don't matter. But this is just regular texture paste. But you know, oh, you know what? You know what I want to get, which I thought was really, really cool, is Susan did a card for us last month. Was it last month? Yeah, it was last month. And she used texture paste. This is the texture paste I'm using. She used texture paste that had like a pearl kind of look to it, and I thought it was super cool.
That sounds pretty.
It was super pretty. So I'm just gonna... I did not clean this off on purpose because I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's turning my paste green. So then with that, I don't have to worry about, oh, here, I'm going to put some ink in this, or, you know, whatever the case may be. I do not put mine on really chunky, because I know some people will put theirs on a little thick. I don't do that because I'm always scared that it's going to seep underneath. And I'm just doing this on regular old copy paper. But you can do that. And then before you take it off, what I've done before, what I really, really like to do, see, should I use the blue? Yeah, I'll use the blue. Should I use the blue? So this is just Savage Patina Distress Oxide, which you can use the regular Distress ink refill too. But I'm doing this before I take it off. Oop, it's seeping a little bit, but that's okay, because I'm just playing. But I did not actually want it to seep through, but that's okay. So now you have the ink from when we did the other piece, when we sponged. So you have a little bit of green and blue from when we sponged, but then you put the ink on the top and you have kind of like a little splatter effect with it too, which I think is a load of fun. I love that. And then you can also, if you have a toothbrush or something, I usually use a toothbrush because I feel like it gives it a better effect. Which, Meadow, do we have any toothbrushes in there? Mm-hmm. Here, I'm going to give this to you. I don't want to set this down.
I'll go wash it off.
Thank you. But you can, I'm going to get so messy. Oh, I do have paper towels here. Thank goodness. So just, I'm going to put some on here. Hopefully I put enough on there. I haven't done this in a while. Yep. But you can get even like a texture. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see that. I don't know if you can. but it just I feel like it splatters it a little bit more evenly instead of having big old gloops everywhere. Which I need a napkin now because I am a wreck. Yeah, I'm going to be going to dinner with a blue thumb. I'm slowly turning into a Smurf. Okay, so, and I'll wash that. But I have loads of these toothbrushes just because I love using them. So that's another thing that you can do. If you want to take your textured paste, which I'm just going to dig some of this out, get that blue out. You can always just like put some down first if you don't want to do it the way that I did it. You can just put some down first and then, whoops, sorry for the noise. Just go ahead and put just a drop. And that's just some mustard seed ink. And then now you have yellow paste. And you can just put that on your, if you want to do like a reverse thing, you can just put that in there. And I'm just touching on the parts. I'm not trying to touch inside the flower itself, but I'm pushing on the paste to have like kind of, I don't know if it's going to work or if you're even going to be able to see if it works. Ah, it didn't work. I didn't let it dry long enough. But if you let it dry for a couple of seconds, it'll actually have like the reverse of this. And it's just kind of fun. That looks really bad. Let's wipe that off a little bit. And Meadow, poor Meadow, just clean this too. Here you go, Meadow. You can have it back. You can go clean it again. There we go. Trying to think of some other things that I can do. Maybe I'll have to do like a second series of things to do with the stencils. But this was just some random stuff that I came up with the other day because the last time I did a video, I was like, oh, we can do this with the stencil and we can do that with the stencil. Maybe I'll have to get some of the pearl kind of the texture paste so you guys can see and we can play with that. Maybe make a project with our stencils out of all of this stuff. But there is a lot, here's this Meadow. There is a lot of stuff that you can do with your stencils besides just using some texture paste or just blending. There's a lot you can do, a whole lot that you can do. And I really love how versatile they are and how much you can use them. Let's see, let's kind of go back through some things as I'm cleaning up here, if I can reach them. So we've got the texture paste that we did, and I'm going to move this out of the way because that's a wreck. What? No, I don't need the toothbrush back. Can you hand, oh, we didn't do the sprays. Oh, we gotta do sprays. Gotta do sprays.
You want me to spray it over?
Just give me, just give me a color. Don't give me no pink. No pink.
Pink.
No pink.
Red?
No pink. Red's fine. Yeah, because then they can see the red.
Yeah.
Let's do red. Let's do red. Or is there a yellow? Let's do yellow.
You want to do yellow?
I know. I'm not much of a yellow person either, but you know, hey.
No.
So here is, these are so old. I'm going to tell you right now. These are super, super old. But these are Lindsay's, Lindy, there's no S. The forbidden color. This is more of a gold girl, but that's okay. But this is really, really old. It's Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays. I've had these for years. They last forever, although I am praying that it comes out because it's got glitter. You can see all the glitter stuff in there. Oh, these do come out a little chunky. Meadow, can you grab me another color?
Yeah.
And then we'll just
black.
take a paper towel and go over the top. No, I don't want black, silly goose. Give me red, because this is gold. So I think the red will look really, or blue. Ooh, blue will look good. Ooh, it'll look like a flag. Give me that back. It'll look like a flag.
It'll match your shirt.
It'll match my shirt. Yay! So let's see, and this is the blue. And then we'll just go ahead and roll this over the top. Get all the little excess off. And then this is the red. That's very clumpy. But you can see what I mean about the difference between just splattering and a toothbrush. So let's see if it works. It went under a little bit. But you can still kind of see it in different spots. Let's try it with a different one. Let's try it. Should we try it with the flower one, Meadow?
Yeah.
Or what else do I have over here? Ooh, I have this one. I didn't use this one. Ooh, this one would be good too. Let's try this one. This one, this one. This is the poinsettia one. Let me grab some paper. I'm trying to grab a piece of scratch paper.
That still looks kind of cool though, even though it went underneath.
Yeah. So, let's try the poinsettia. Woo! Yeah, this one went underneath too. It went underneath where it's all globby. Ooh, that one's kind of cool though, except for where it got globby. You just got to watch where it goes. Like that. But that's kind of cool. So, lots of fun. Ooh, and then if you had like a glitter, like a clear glitter spritz or something you could put on there, that would be pretty.
Yeah, that is still really cool.
Yeah, it's still cool, even though it got a little globby. So I think you just have to. Yeah, it's mixed media. Maybe it's supposed to be globby. Maybe that's why I don't do mixed media that much. So, but we use the sprays, we use the paste, we use distress ink, we used distress ink refills, we used Copics, we used all the things, lots of things. So here are the sprays, and I'll have to think of some more things to use and get some of that texture paste. That texture paste that Susan has is gorgeous. So let's see. There's the sprays, and we've got the texture paste. Let me go ahead and move out a little bit. So, and then this is dry embossed with some distress ink over the top, and then dry embossed and colored. And then we have, this is just some distress ink, and then I took Copics to go around the outside of it to make it stand up off the paper a little bit. And we did a little bit of just double 2-color blending. And then we did some coloring of the rocks. This isn't dry embossed. I just held it, for those of you that weren't here, I just held it down and colored the rocks and then took it off and did the grass, and that's the heifer spots. Meadow, you want to hand me the rest of it? Because I kind of tossed it over towards you. Nope, the papers.
Here's this one.
So here's the one that I colored. Lots of coloring.
I don't know if I'll be
So
able to see that one,
there's more coloring and just dry embossed. And then this one, This is the pool water, and I did it once, and then I rotated and did it again. And then this is the heifer stamps, which we thought was going to be like, we thought it'd be super fun because when we were doing it, before I filled in the white part, it actually looked like cells or something like that, like little molecules on a microscope, which we thought was kind of fun. And we were like, oh, you could do it like in green for toxic colors for Halloween or something like that. So it was just a whole lot of fun. If you guys have something you want me to try with the stencils, please leave a comment or email us at info@craftystampco.com. Um, or we can come up with new ideas if you guys want me to show you other products. Please put it in the comments. We do check our comments. And I'll have to come up with a second, like I said, I'll come up with some more just little, let's play with this, that, or the other thing. Okay? Because this was a lot of fun. And I will see you guys. We're trying to find a really good time for everybody because we don't want to run into our other friends who are doing lives at the same time, because we want you guys to be able to get to everybody, and we don't want you to miss anyone. So if you we're really trying to make it to where you guys can reach everybody and see everyone's lives, because I think everybody has a lot of good different information, and people do some of the same things but do it differently. And I think that's fantastic, and I love the creativity. So we're going to be playing with some time slots, and if one works better for you, please let us know, and we'll see if it works with all of our crafty friends who are going live too. So, oh, very much. And we hope to see you next time. I'm glad that you like the techniques. And yeah, next week we are going to try. Didn't we say we were going to do like Friday at 7 or but I want to say that's the same time as Craft Relay. So, yeah, it is. It's a huge challenge for content creators. And we do it, yeah. I'm with you. It makes my head hurt too. It really does. So, and another thing that makes it hard is we don't want to overlap any of our friends, but then I also have a husband and a son who love to eat up the bandwidth of our internet. So we try to do it when they're not home. So, oh, that's what it was. Daddy is going to start working on Thursday nights. Mm-hmm. So Thursday at 7 is what we were going to try. Yeah. So, because that way it's after dinner. I don't have to feed anybody. Everybody's already eaten and the men are not home. So we will try that. So Thursday at 7, mark your calendar. We will be here next week. Haven't figured out with what. So if you have any ideas, leave it in the comments. Yes, many, many variables. You know, if nobody would use my internet bandwidth and nobody needed to eat, it would be great. You know, I could just starve everybody. So, but I will see you guys next week, Thursday, 7 o'clock. Be here. And I will see you guys later. I hope you have a good weekend. Bye, everybody.